Hi everyone, in this lab we are going to implement Amazon EventBridge schedule. Okay, this is one more feature inside the EventBridge service. Now using the schedule, you can do an activity on a regular basis. You can use cron job expression, or you can use rate expression, or you can use a one-time activity also. There are different options to schedule these events. Okay, so in our case, we'll be using a cron expression to send an Amazon EventBridge event to a event custom event bus, which will have a rule, and that rule will send the event to a CloudWatch log group. Okay, and that is the end-to-end flow that we're going to discuss today. Let's get started. So we have Amazon Event Bridge, where we have a default event bus by name default. This is where all the AWS services will be sending their event bridge events to this particular bus, where we'll be creating the rules to send the event to respective targets. But in our case, we are going to create a custom event bus by name orders. And before we creating any rules, we must create a target for the events. The target in our case is a CloudWatch log group. Okay, and the log group should have a resource policy which provides the IAM permissions for various AWS services or IAM principles to send the logs. Okay, log events to this particular log group. Okay, then we will have the CloudWatch event rules, which will define some event patterns to match for the incoming events and send the event to the respective target based upon the matching. Okay. So we will be defining one simple rule to send the event to the CloudWatch log group based upon particular source. From the event sources, we'll be sending a custom event. And in the earlier demos, we were using AWS CLI to send the event. But in this demo, we are going to use a scheduler service, which is part of the Amazon Event Bridge. So we'll be creating a cron, using the cron expressions, a recurring schedule for every 1 minute from Monday to Saturday. We wanted to send a custom event to the event bus, the custom event bus. And that's where there is a rule which will be matched based upon the input data, and that event will be sent to the target, which is the CloudWatch logs. So this is the end-to-end architecture that we are going to deploy. Okay, let's go to the source code to see how to implement this using the Terraform. So this is the source code. Now let us see how to implement an event bridge scheduler to send events to a CloudWatch event bridge custom bus. Okay. So in the source code, if you see, we are creating a event bus, which is a custom event bus with the name orders using this module. And we are defining one rule which says any event which comes with the source com.aws.orders, which will be sent to a CloudWatch log group. Okay, so here we are creating a CloudWatch log group also here. So let us look at that. So this is a log group, and we are creating certain resource policies to allow the EventBridge service to send the events. So this is a resource policy. This is important. Without this, the logs, the events will not be sent to this log group. Okay, so that is the simple configuration for log group configuration for sending the events to log group. Then we'll be creating this particular scheduler. Okay, it is using a default group by name default. The name of the schedule is order processing, and this is the target. The target is the event bus. Okay, the custom event bus that we have created is the target for this event scheduler, and this is a role because we need a role to provide the permissions for the scheduler service to send the events to event bus. Okay, and this is a parameter. We are sending a simple event, and the name of the detail type is scheduled event, and the source is this. Okay, so this is the IAM role that we are creating, and the principal for this role is scheduler.amazonaws.com. Okay, so this is the service, which is a scheduler service sending the event, and the API that it's going to use is the events colon put events. Okay, and the target event bus is this one, the one which is getting created here. Okay, so this is a simple configuration. Now let us do Terraform init plan and apply. So Terraform init is completed. So plan is also completed, and let us do apply. So apply is also completed. I just now run the apply a few minutes back. So you see 0 added, 0 change, and 0 destroyed. Now let's go to the AWS console and see how the resources are created. Okay. Now we are inside the Amazon EventBridge console, and on the left side in the event buses, you can see there's a custom event bus by name orders, and within that there is one rule. This rule will have a pattern that any event with the source com.aws orders will be matched to this rule, and the targets for this is the CloudWatch log group. Okay, and let us open this. Now we have to see how to send the events, right? For that we are using a scheduler. The scheduler is part of the EventBridge service. As you can see, it is there under the scheduler section. So I have one schedule called order processing, and the pattern is every minute. Okay, from Monday to Saturday, this scheduler will be triggering it. Okay, so you can see every minute this is going to trigger from Monday to Saturday. Now the target for this is basically the orders event bus. So if I just right click and see what is the target, it is a custom event bus called target orders that we have created. Okay, so this is the target for the scheduler. So every minute we are going to send a event to this event bus. Let us also look at the role which is required to provide the permissions. Okay. Now, in this role, the trust relationships, if you see, scheduler.amazonaws.com is the principal because it is a service which is sending the events to the event bus. So if you look at the IAM permissions for this rule, you will see that it is using this particular event bus, custom bus, and it is basically using this API, events colon put events. So this is how the scheduler is able to send events to the custom bus. Okay. Now this rule is already active. I mean the schedule is already active. So that means it would have been sending the event. So now let's go to this CloudWatch log group and see. So as you can see, there are events coming to this log group every minute. So if you see the timings here, 33, 32, 31, 30, so things like that. So every 1 minute there is an event. If you open any one of the event, you will see that the event data is very simple. So we are having only the source, which is com.aws orders, and the detail type schedule life and event. So no other fields are mentioned. This is just a simple event to test the end-to-end flow. Okay, so with this, what we have learned is so far how to create an Amazon Event Bridge schedule to schedule an activity on every minute, Monday to Saturday. Again, you can change this based upon your requirements, and the target is to send an event to a event bridge custom bus, and which in turn will have a rule that will be matched and send that event to the CloudWatch Slack group. Okay, so this is end-to-end flow.